The tutor had just started her first day on the job, and she was already in a full-on slap fight with the rich family's daughter. The sound of smacks echoed non-stop as the two went head-to-head. This wild clash lasted a whole hour. When the girl saw the teacher wasn't backing down at all, that's when fear finally kicked in. And this was just the beginning of the discipline Emma had in mind. Emma believed Helen's bad attitude came from years of pampering and pity from her parents. To change that, she came up with a more radical solution. She brought Helen's parents to the old storage room at the back of the courtyard and made a bold request. Let her move in there with Helen. No contact with the outside world, just the two of them, 24/7. Only then, she said, could they truly awaken Helen's mind. Helen's dad wasn't thrilled, but he reluctantly agreed on one condition. The experiment could last no longer than 2 weeks. The next day, Helen was brought into the unfamiliar room. Everything felt strange and scary. She stood up, waving her hands across her face, trying to feel for her mom's presence. But as soon as her mother tried to comfort her, Emma quickly blocked the way. With no response, Helen spiraled. She lost control, running around the room in a panic, knocking over chairs, smashing vases, her fear erupting as pure chaos. By nightfall, she had crawled under the bed, too scared to come out. Seeing she still wouldn't come near, Emma asked a housemaid to help. Only when Helen felt a familiar scent did she slowly crawl out. Emma could tell the girl was hungry, so she had the maid spell BREAD in Helen's palm. If Helen got it right, she'd get food. When Helen later showed signs of thirst, Emma saw another chance. She purposely pushed Helen away, making the girl reach out, desperate for her help. Only when Helen successfully spelled MILK did Emma hand over the cup she'd been craving all day. It was a good start. At least now, Helen wasn't pushing her away anymore. During the day, Emma would take her outside, pointing at everything. This is a flower. That's a tree. Those are leaves. And this is water. But even with all these gestures and palm tracing, Helen just couldn't connect the dots. She had no clue what the words meant. Still, progress was showing. She stopped resisting. She even picked up a spoon and started feeding herself for the first time. But just when things were starting to look up, the 2-week deadline was almost here. Helen's mom couldn't stand the distance any longer. She asked her husband to bring Helen home. Emma begged for 1 more week, but the father refused. He thought, hey, at least the kid's quiet now. That's already a huge improvement. Emma argued that it wasn't truly 2 full weeks yet, not until 5 p.m. that afternoon. The father reluctantly agreed to wait. Emma wanted to know, did Helen really understand the meaning behind the words? But when Helen touched the dog, she signed WATER. Clearly, she still didn't get it. After all, she couldn't see, couldn't hear, couldn't speak. How could she possibly grasp what words meant? Emma tried everything in those final hours, tracing again and again. This is a dog. That is water. But Helen still looked lost, completely confused. Emma nearly gave up. Everyone else thought Helen was doing great, but Emma knew the truth. Helen still couldn't communicate. Emma knelt in front of her, gently held her hand, wishing, more than anything, that she could give this child the entire language of the world. Even if Helen could just understand one single word, that would mean everything. But miracles never arrive on schedule.